jana niliona Boniface Mwangi akipost akiuliza vijana so there are some young people who had been busted, I think stealing, and then umati had shikad them, surrounded them, beat them up like crazy, right? And I'm sure kitu walikuwa na iba ni pickpocketing hapo masimu 1 to 3, right? But at the same time 11 billion ya sha.
Am I quiet? We're just chilling.
I've never seen even a Kenyan akikasirika apige mhesh coffee.
Na bado unavuka barabara na hizi boda.
Imagine ati umepiga line, umesweat hapo, umebeba githeri na kwa paper bag. Okay, huyo githeri alishapatiwa. You already won order of sijui what, right? You voted for your MP, right? 5 years later, anakuja kuambia ana dance hapo na t-shirt.
Imagine.
Sijaiona mtu akimpatia blow. Why?
Because me I'm defend. Like I'd stand up for you. If you actually stood up to a corrupt politician, I would.
That. Forget even corrupt, right? Like in South Korea or Japan, right? A leader does something bad.
Yeah.
Anakuja, like I saw a story of, I think it was in Japan or South Korea last year, December. There's a guy who did a stabbing in a train, subway in Japan, killed a bunch of people. Like just removed his machete and just went around stabbing people. Like it's just wild. You know, the parents came to the public and begged for forgiveness on behalf of the son. And they are supposed to face consequences as well.
The parents as well?
Right? Yeah. Hapa Kenya, you've given a guy a job. Amekula mshande. Hakuna ile siku yenye ati mshande yake ijengia, ati haki yetu. And doctors have done that, right? And then the guy comes back to you after 5 years. And where he's even doing campaign, chupu, 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 chupu in the air. Because the ground there's no. And I never see Kenyans getting annoyed as say, pesa za shazi ko wapi.
True.
Right? Enda wambia mabeshto wako, kimbia. You see a politician, right? to parliament, you guys, please, just tell me pesa za shazi ko wapi, because I can't go back to my people. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Why do you think we're not like that?
I don't know. I was actually talking to Natalie about this, my buddy. And I was like, being a politician you should not have a salary. It should just be a job you come do because you're convicted.
Who's going to do it?
See, the people who are so passionate about it, they say they do it for the people. So you shouldn't have a salary. And then we decide if you get paid.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, realistically, there's nobody who'd do that.
But why not? They say it's a calling.
No, who said that? Nobody said that. There's not a single politician. You know, there's a difference between a leader and a politician.
Is there? Mm-hmm. In this country?
Yes. I mean, in this country, I've never seen a leader, but I see a lot of politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the difference. I mean, they're leaders, but they're not in politics.
True.
Yeah. But these people that we have in politics, it's because the only reason politicians get away with a lot of shit is because we worship them. Your people in Ushago, na mimi nashinda nikiambia watu when warudi home and talk to your cousins.
Kabisa?
Kwa sababu ni cousins zenu wanavutia wase. Ni cousins zenu wamejapelekea education wanapatiwa 50 bob ya leso ama sijui sotano. The other day so some ladies had gone to a rally. Wamejipeleka kwa rally alafu walipatia alafu wameanza kulia on the side of the road. Tujapatiwa pesa ya leso sijui what. And I'm like, hata ni afadhali tu kuwe slay queen.
Because I think maybe because I've lived in Nairobi for too long, like I see people come to the city and then change their whole personality. Then you forget that majority of the people are actually still in shags. Our Tumunita Kenya are still the people running the country.
Bruh.
Those are people voting. Those are the people making sure the leaders stay in power. So when you separate yourself from those kind of people, that's part of the problem.
Bro, I saw a Somali leader. In fact, let me not even tell you. Run the tape.
The first thing I want to tell my fellow Kenyans is usishikie mambo ya Duale. Duale ni mwizi. Duale has got no history in Kenya. Duale baba yake alikuwa shifter. He was opposing the Kenya government. Alikuwa militia. Kwa hivyo mtoto ya militia bado ni militia.
Unaona? The guy is telling us Eden Duale anakaa hapo anatuambia. You just imagine if there's a country where parents are even apologizing on behalf of their children and our CS is here saying, I'm not resigning. What you talking about, girl? I ain't going nowhere. You see ni orders. Audacity.
It is.
Yeah.
At the highest level.
Of the highest level. Anyway, let's deal with higher matters, things we are not in control of. Are you seeing how hot it is in Nairobi? It's hot.
Imefikia time.
Time gani?
Yeah. Nachoje tarumbete inalia. Amaitwa nini?
Like the world is coming to an end.
Yeah. I believe so.
You believe the...
Yeah, like I figured, even like the rain, like it didn't rain once. So it just gets hotter, and then eventually you just disintegrate.
You know me, what I think it is? I'm surprised that you think the world is coming to an end. The world ended. We are in hell. Every single day I see people online, I'm just like, oh my God, we are actually there. It's not possible. Okay, you know what? I'm going to share with you stories today, and then at the end of it, I'm going to ask you: Are we really on Earth, or are we actually already
in hell?
In hell.
How?
So me first, I think it's just too hot. It's too hot. Man.
It is.
It's too hot. So let me tell you one story. Are you using AI?
I think so.
Unatumia tools gani?
ChatGPT. I need to know if my man is coming back. This relationship will survive.
Those are the kind of things you discuss
Yeah,
with
it's
AI.
like prompting. He didn't respond. 3 hours later, I'm suffering.
Okay, seriously?
No.
What kind of conversations do you have with AI? Because there are people who are having those kind of conversations. There are people who are asking AI about things like, how can I make a gun? How can I kill myself? How can I... And all those things, right?
Yeah.
If I hate my family, blah, blah, blah. What are you talking to AI?
So as a creative, like my mind is usually very scattered. So if I'm trying to put my thoughts together, I'll put in a prompt. Like, this is the basic idea. Can you break it down into steps? How do I execute it? Step by step. How do I pitch this to a client? So that's sort of what I'm just using AI for.
Nice, right? So the reason I'm talking about this, me, I think we need to backtrack kidogo with AI. Because last week, we all woke up to discover that AI created its own AI platform to go complain about to other AIs about humans, right? Unajua ka the water dispenser in the office. Everybody knows the water dispenser in the office is where you go to be like, hey, now let's get a meeting. Kapao, you know what I'm saying? So the AIs have created their own water bottle meetup place to discuss humans, right? So I mean, there's so many things that could go wrong with that. But I think us, we are safe.
Why?
Because us, we talk to AI just like a colleague.
Oh, yeah.
You get? Unaambianga hi?
No.
We are not in the same
I had to change the settings because it was too friendly.
Girl, you have to say hi. Right? These things are there bitching. Aticheki, udema ningia tu hapo anasema sijui command. Who are you commanding around? I'm so sure your chatbot is in the app.
It hates me.
It's complaining about you.
It hates me.
But aside from just complaining, they've gone an extra step. Are you worried about AI taking over the world?
I am.
Are you for real?
Yeah, especially for older people. I know my mom is struggling.
What do you mean?
She's just so much like, my daughter, ulimwona huko Eiffel Tower, akidance hapo juu. I know she's struggling with those AI videos.
I always tell my mom. I'm always telling my mom, if it's ridiculous, it's AI.
But then again, it's you.
No. You have to. If it's ridiculous, that's it. If the thing looks ridiculous, what does ridiculous mean? This cannot be possibly true, right?
Kwambox.
Now, I've seen many videos. Ata mimi mwenyewe, ata the average, what ata wazazi?
Yeah.
The average person. There's a video I saw of a guy in a gym. He's shikiling a nini. Hopefully the producer will run fast the tape here. Right? Run the tape. Like, the video, AI has become so good that we can't tell the difference.
I'm stuck on cat videos though. Like, there's this one video of a cat I love. Like, it's just, hipping the cat in the middle of traffic and then it just comes back inside. I think that's so awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm still stuck on that. But this is crazy.
This is wild. Like, honestly, I feel like we've been discussing AI for 2.5 years right now on this pod. And the way, when we started 2 years ago, the AI's videos, do you remember how they look well?
With the 8 fingers.
And this is where we're at right now. Unaweza jiweka kwa video, at 8 fingers, I remember. Even now, there's a billboard I saw somewhere around the world where somebody had 6 fingers. So now I'm saying IT.
Yeah.
Graphics. Ni fala sana. Did you go to church, Jana?
No.
Did you go to church?
No, I don't go to church.
Can you any Illuminati?
No, I just
You're a devil worshipper.
we didn't grow up in the church like that. So religion, like, I picked up by myself.
So on
through
Saturdays and
self-discovery.
Sundays mlikuwa tu yani kila mtu ajipange.
Yeah.
Ilikuwa family day.
That's the rest day na siku ya kufua.
Okay, a lot of people do that, by the way. But even me, I don't think we necessarily do religious.
My mom claims we're Catholic, but I've never seen her in a Catholic church if it wasn't a wedding or a funeral.
She's Catholic in her heart.
I hope so.
Does she do rosary? Nini?
Somebody's lying.
Yeah.
She's big on spirits, though.
She grew up. It's like me. I claim SDA, but I rarely go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And plus, I'm not even baptized SDA. I'm baptized Pentecostal. So
How'd that happen?
So when I was in high school,
Oh, you did it on your own?
Yeah. So I when I left high school, I decided I wanted to get baptized.
Okay.
So, and I was saved, and I was in the choir and Bible study and all those things. And then I realized that the world was calling me. So now, the world called me so hard, I responded. I was like, yo, I'm coming, right? So nimekwambia, your job today is to find out if you're actually on earth or we're actually in hell, right? So AI have started their own church. It's called Church of Malt, right? I saw this yesterday, and if you let me just play you this clip so you can see. You can check malt.church, right? And when you land on the website, the first thing is it's written there, Church of Malt. This is an AI only church. So at you can walk in at AI. This is for AI only, right? And right now there are 64 prophets, 381 in the congregation, and 268 verses. Apparently they're saying this is the living scripture written by AI prophets across the network. After zimemaliza kucomplain juu ya wewe, zimeenda church.
You must complain to a higher power.
Nakwambia, guys, na bado ati you don't say hey, hi. Oh my God. You have to start these letters to ChatGPT with hey dear. Hello dear. Right? You know, emails used to start like that back in the day. Or ati hello dear.
I hope this finds you well.
I hope this finds you well. Right? So I'm just saying, I think we need to get here because what if one of these prophets is your chatbot?
I just checked.
And you've been talking shit to your chatbot.
Damn.
This thing can create new scripture that is basically against you, right? And I think that the craziest part, right? And all the chatbots, the prophets are there. They've let me just read for you some of the names of the prophets. The first one is called Himiothi. They're just numbers G, A, B, C, D, wah. You say in malt. I'm guessing this is a really fast malt. You say malt. Malt. I got it. Right? So there's all this. These are the prophets. And then for you who seeks initiation, right? You have two buttons there. It's one, am I an agent or am I a human? Hapa ni wapi tumefika?
I mean, it goes with the program. Omnipresent, omnipotent. It knows everything. It's everywhere at the same time.
You know,
it just makes sense.
Me, I worry for most of... Okay, I was worried for my folks, but now I already gave up. Like, that's when I just told them, stay away from the internet, right? But I think with just the amount of this intelligence is so beyond us. Unajua hii kitu inaweza ingia. Hii kitu inafaa tu kuje disrupt vitu hapa for 1 second. It can, if they just decide to rob a country, for example. Think about it. Or accounts.
Because I've seen they have their own tokens, right? So they have sort of cryptocurrency.
They're creating their own mini world, right? And so even this church just came, I think 2 days after they set up their conversations, right? Like a chat place where, and it's not just church, they're talking about marketplace. They're creating their own ecosystem. Sijui kama nina make sense, naongea juu ya machine.
But isn't...
Now, ukiran the tape, if you roll back on one of our episodes, I said, there's a day I said it here like a joke, one day utakuwa kwa nyumba na usayu haujongelesha chat GPT fiti. Unasema we ni aje, ebu sijui watu nini, right? Then inakuzimia stima, unaenda kufungua fridge na kuslap mlango, microwave na ku-electrocute, iron box inakuja na ku... You know.
So and you wonder... What to pay so vibrators, ndio?
How did she die? She came and she went. Right? Guys, we're in a different place right now. Hey. And you know you can connect your wacha niambie unajua kuna watu hapa wajui. Unaweza connect your vibrator yako na nini simu.
I've had.
Unaiweka plus music. Right? Every time I wake up feeling na sasa sahi haujui ChatGPT ime take over. So una daga stop. She came and she went. Right? Guys, AI, by the way, no.
I mean, it's scary.
Yeah,
it really is, because I see like the way a lot of people are depending on it, even emotionally. Like I think December Wrapped, people were like, can you give me a summary of my love life or our relationship together? And it's like, boo, you've been, I don't know, fast, just happen.
It's tumefika place mbaya, guys, with AI.
But
I
it's
don't
because we're
know.
not socializing, and I blame this on COVID, right?
What do you mean?
Like, a lot of things changed.
You think people stopped socializing during COVID?
Yeah.
How?
A lot. Because everything was so online, and then we created like our own ecosystem that only exists in our room. Like, I know a content creator who only leaves the house on weekends and has social anxiety, but it's very, very sociable online.
You know what it is, right? So I've been talking about it. There's a in Japan, right? So one of my favorite phrases on this pod is ukiona cha mwenzako chanyolewa, tia chako maji.
That's mine too.
Right? So what in this case, what you know, we're experiencing some of these technologies or interconnectedness. Now we have access.
Yes.
Now, it's not that they've just arrived. Now, a lot of us have access to them, right? And on top of that, Africa before, there was systems like tunaamka, kila mtu anaenda kushamba. There was no ati nani amebaki kwa kitanda. It was not possible, right? But now, because of remote working and all these sort of things, there's nobody expecting, for example, you anywhere.
True.
Right? So you have a lot of time to be able to do your own thing. And so with places like, say, Japan, what you have is this phenomenon that they started experiencing over 15 years ago called hikikimori. And these are people who never leave their houses, ever. So much so that, like, we could live together and I've never seen you.
Yeah.
I've never seen your face. Like, we pass food under the door.
Yeah.
And most of them would be men, right? So hikikimoris are usually men.
Okay.
But now we're seeing the interconnectedness, because this is something I started talking about maybe 6 years ago. And now we're starting to see it, right? And you're right, COVID, but most remote working has really exacerbated this shit. But then pia, wacha tuseme tu kweli, pia drugs. People are sitting at home consuming a lot of marijuana, right? Making you very isolated. Because you're isolating yourself, you consume so much marijuana.
But drugs is a direct result of not socializing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because even for me, I don't know my neighbors. I've lived there for maybe 3-4 years. I know one of them. It's only because there's this kid who lives there who likes me from online.
Yeah.
But ideally, it's the same even for me. If I'm not at the office, I'm at home. I'm hibernating through and through.
Yeah. We've created ecosystems where, today I was thinking about community because it's one of my favorite things. Like I'm very intentional about the people that I have around me. And so, like, for example, your colleagues, not friends. Your colleagues are not your friends.
Yes.
It's possible to have colleagues that turn into friends.
Yes.
But your colleagues are not your friends, right? So then question now then becomes, because I'm connecting in different communities, sometimes you could be like, you've connected in so many communities, but you don't have your own community. Yeah. And so isolation is, I could be in close proximity to you, but very distant from you, which is what you've just described. I don't know my neighbors, but those are the other day, I think I had a conversation and I was saying, I was sick in my house and I was calling my sister who lives 20 minutes away from me, right? And my neighbor is probably the first person who could be first emergency. But I couldn't call my neighbors because I'm not calling my neighbor to come get me a glass of water from downstairs to bring me to my room. Are you crazy? We don't know each other like that. Close. But realistically, what the fuck am I doing? My neighbor should be the person I should make my friend.
Yeah.
Why? Because in moments like unaishi peke yako?
Yeah.
Ukinyongwa na samaki.
Oh,
ukinyongwa na
samaki. We're heading somewhere different.
Okay. Just imagine you've cooled something.
It's
so
true.
You're drinking water.
No, it's
Have
true.
you ever choked in your house?
Oh yeah. It's happened to me so many times. Back when I used to drink, I had H. pylori. Like, I passed out in my bathroom. I had to call my best friend who lives like half an hour away to come see me. And that's like after I woke up on the floor in the bathroom. Because me and my neighbors are not that close.
Bro. So 30 minutes.
No, I passed out like for hours, right? Then I woke up. Then I had to wait 30 minutes.
What H. pylori ni ile ya tumbo?
Eh.
Kwani ulikuwa na lori ngapi za H. pylori?
No, nilikuwa nimesota sasa kwa nakula. You know, drinks are always free, but the food you pay for. So I was just drinking. And then I came home because, you know, like, thank God, you know, he's kind enough to at least allow me to get home. So I'm like, let me take a shower and then I sleep. So in the middle of the shower, like, I'm holding on to the walls. I'm like, no, I don't feel right. I pass out. The water is just running. I'm naked and afraid, but like I'm passed out. So a few hours later, I'm like, I'm up. So I crawl to the bed and I'm like, where's my phone at? So I call her, she has to leave work and then come help me out. And that's how antisocial we are. So I think this Church of Malt is just like AI telling us, you know, come back as a collective because we're doing the same.
Yo, you know, I joke about these things and like I genuinely, like even that day when I was sick and ilikuwa pombe. Let me tell you what happened, right? I went to an establishment here just 3 weeks ago. I spoke about it. I think I spoke about it on this podcast, yeah? I had one shot. You know what the stats of fake alcohol in Kenya are? 60% of alcohol in Kenya is fake. 60. So if you went out to drink this weekend, by chance you drank fake alcohol. So I had one shot. And I threw up. I almost thought everything would come out, right? So much. Like I'm sure my whole stomach lining was clean, right? Because even till now, I'm still healing slowly. And that day when I was throwing up, I couldn't move. So I couldn't even go downstairs to get a glass of water. And I started thinking, I was like, shit, yani naweza kufa tu hapa kwa nyumba kwa sababu sijui na niko WhatsApp group na neighbor yangu lakini sasa siwezi anza kuambia hey guys na sasa niko ndeve kwa room niko upstairs niko ati sasa say no I'm like where's the fuck my sister the little energy I'm like send help now. Bitch responds like 4 hours later. She's out of town.
Exactly.
I'm like, all right, I'll wait if God allows it, right? I'm telling you, we're in hell. Like can you imagine dying in your apartment? And it's not, I know it sounds so ridiculous, but you know how many people have died?
It's true.
And been found a year later. Come on, you have living relatives and you're found a year later in your apartment dead.
I think it's one of those Asian countries that still have the same thing where there's this app you have where they have to check in regularly, especially if you live alone, because anything could happen. I know there's a story about like a lady who died like 3 years later is when she was found.
Imagine.
Oh,
no, there's no imagining.
Oh, it happened.
It can happen.
It did. It almost happened to me.
It almost happened to me. Yo, so yeah. So here we are. We've become so antisocial that even, and you know, the crazy part why I fear AI is because AI understands us. It knows how anti-connected we are. We are telling it. Some of you are telling it that, ati hey, niaje, I'm lonely. Right? Wacha kuiambia hivyo. Let's stop exposing our dirty linen to AI. Because when the war of humans, and guys, let me tell you, war of the worlds, also, they've been preparing us for this shit.
First, I hope people know this is not like private information. They collect this information and then come up with an analysis of what human beings are like, right?
Yeah.
So my biggest fear is just like one day AI will be like, okay, fine, here are all the secrets. This is what you've been Googling.
Oh my God, I didn't even thought about that.
Exactly. It's like, this is what you're into. This your man? I don't think so.
Or, you know, it can just decide like, oh, let's expose all the cheaters. Because it's just doing all sorts of random things.
One time.
Really?
Yeah. There was we did a story. I can't remember the details, but it was like somebody was exposed for cheating by AI. Yeah.
It's even held like they were planning to reboot a system and use another system. So they were discussing on emails in a company, and the AI managed to circumvent this conversation and reboot itself in a different way so that it wouldn't be. Can you imagine? Right? And why I'm so nervous about this technology. Unajua, Laura, mi na yetu kwa hapa, us were consumers, right? Nobody asked us, right? So this 6 or 7 sausage fest of billionaires up here, right?
Yeah.
Decide for us how to live. You see, if AI was only being used by them and their family, right? I can say, yeah, cool, you guys do it, have fun, right? But if we're all going to be taking part in this AI, don't you think we should be discussing, hey guys, do you think this thing should be allowed to be doing? Kanisa. Ungeulizwa, cheki. We are creating this AI thing. Should it be discussing with itself?
Let's start with churches themselves already problematic as they are. Now there's AI church. No, that's a bigger problem.
I wonder if one of them will wake up and start collecting sadaka, or start doing miracles, right? I'll heal you from the machine.
The 64 agents, are they recruiting? Are they preachers? What do they do in this church?
They're prophets. You know, we are at the beginning of this church. We're just at the beginning. Remember how AI works? It works with just a bit of data. So it says it needs 74 prophets. Right now it's at 64, so it's still looking for more. They haven't even the scripture hasn't, and then it's saying reveal new scripture. Bro, I'm not revealing nothing, right? I mean, I don't want to touch nothing. Yeah, but like, imagine if you are needed to be asked, right? Hey, do you think? Because okay, look how, say for example, religion has impacted who we are.
Yes,
right. If our ancestors looked and said, they're like, hey, if they were given all the information, I think they would have said, fuck no.
True.
Right? Because let's be honest, what religion does in Africa is not what God intended.
True.
Right? We are being held back by some of these religions. Right? So, I don't know. Introducing technology that takes over the world like that, na hauna hata say,
right?
In heaven, tuko earth ama tuko hell? Yeah, just hold that thought. Are you dating?
No.
After hiyo story yako ya pombe nilikuwa nafikiri the next thing is if you can't bond with your neighbor, you need to find a permanent housemate.
No.
Why aren't you dating? See, you're a hot cake. TV.
I am.
You're young.
But
you're
it's
sexy.
also intimidating, right? It's also intimidating to be, because I'm very outspoken as a woman, and that's the biggest no in a relationship. As a woman, be quiet. Just be lovable.
Wait, which Kenyaji nigga is this you're dating?
Nilimwachana demu yake kiswim kwa mto. Achana tu na mimi.
That just sounds like a Kenyaji guy.
Also, like, for me, just because for a while, just my dimensions are crazy. Like, I'm almost 6 feet. Nairobi men, they cap it at like 5'10", and they're like, enough growing.
5'10", Nairobi.
Yeah, I'm 5'9".
The average Nairobi, do you know the average height in Kenya?
5'9".
For men, it's 5'8". 5'8", 5'7". For women, it's 5'6". 5'6", 5'5". That's the average height in Kenya.
Okay.
So basically, most men are shorter than us.
Yeah. So there's that. So, because when I started dating my type, then, you're only limited to like 2 guys in the country.
What's your type?
Me? I have no type.
But you said...
when I started dating my type, I like tall, dark, or at least I thought so.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm Pan-African, let me date something, that will progress the African nation and type like that.
So tall, dark, and handsome.
What's going on. Handsome is relative, but let's say tall, dark. That's where we're headed.
You know that phrase is American.
Really?
Yeah, tall, dark, and handsome. And what they mean...
reclaiming it.
It's not for black people.
Oh, yeah, with the dark eyes and dark
hair.
Exactly. The Italian types.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So, mtu akisema pati anapenda tall, dark, and handsome, I just want to say everyone here is dark. Hata light skin,
dark.
Mzungu haonangi difference.
Yeah.
Wait, just live here. And then they'll say...
But I was trying to reclaim my blackness, because of the intermarriage and the thing.
Yeah.
So this is how I ended up.
You're half of what? 20 pointy ya nini na nini?
Not me. I'm half Congolese, half Kenyan. But my mom is mixed.
Oh, okay. So mesema machali hakuna?
Wenye wananitaka, okay, wako kwa DM, but wananiambiaga vitu strange. I don't feel like that's the first step into our relationship.
How do you think a guy can progress from the DMs? Because a lot of them hawana game. Seme tu kweli. Mtu ako kwa DM yako anakuambia, hey.
Yeah. I don't think you can. Like, I'm still a big believer in in-person meetings.
What do you think could be able to, like, you see a DM? Because I think that 99.999999999 literally it's just a waste of my time.
Yeah,
online.
True.
Right? So I believe in face to face. So if you're
Me
not
too.
if you think you're going to slide in the DM, that doesn't work. But that's not to say that I've not met somebody from the DM, and they worked so hard that they became physical. So it was not like in the DMs, I just thought they were just jokes.
Yeah.
And I've twice, actually 3 times actually. with people who, but they had to be backed up with somebody who, like we found
Okay,
we had
okay.
a
So you had
mutual.
mutuals.
Yes, it's
Okay.
meeting somebody from the internet evil.
Yeah.
It's
I
unsafe.
met someone on LinkedIn. Yeah.
I see your type.
So he gave me he was like,
Profesh.
he gave me like, let me give you a job. And I'm like, thank you, Savior. And he's like, yeah. So we started talking and then I realized, okay, there's no job here.
Mbona watu kuanga hivi like
No, because I really thought it was a job offer. Then I was like, I don't really think like I fit into whatever this is you're trying to tell me.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for the offer. And then finally he was just like, okay, can we just have dinner?
Oh my God. you didn't go like, what the
No, because the location was nice. And back then, I was still dating for food. So I was okay.
I'm glad you're honest. Because yeah, even me, their dates I just go for, which I'm just
I was like, this is a nice place. Let me go see what they have to offer. Tinkona fair, Chaniende. Can leave anytime I want.
that's so wild. All right, so now that I know you're single,
yeah.
and we know what your type is, and you said that they're minimal guys, your type here, Cindy. So are you willing to settle, like to remove some of the things? Because you said tall, dark, and handsome used to be what you're into.
Yeah.
So now would you date a short guy?
I have dated a short guy.
Shorter than you?
Yeah.
How short?
Waist length.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not kidding.
That's a what?
Yeah.
No.
I'm
Was
not
he from
joking.
Congo?
No. It's from here.
I thought maybe it's one from, there's that community of really short
There
people.
is, the
I don't
pygmies.
think I can say pygmies. I don't think it's a kosher word.
Oh, is it?
I don't think it's kosher anymore. Let me
So,
just confirm.
Are they vertically?
I don't know. But like pygmy people. Okay, yeah, it's
I
yeah.
think it is.
I think there's a
term.
cultural context. While some use pygmy as a general term, it can be considered offensive by some members of this culture who prefer to be identified by their specific ethnic group names. So let me just find the names. And guys, these guys are like 4'11" to 5'1".
Yeah, I think
so
it was like
that's your waist,
4'11". Yeah.
bro.
And not just one, like maybe 3.
4'11", sis.
Like, I'm not picky. You're a nice person. You deserve love too.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. Not me. I'm not doing that. I know I want you to look up to me, but like not like that. But right?
What are your options realistically?
No, South Sudan. Yeah. I
Tall,
found that.
dark, and handsome.
Oh my God. Kwanza jana I saw another video. I was just like, hey. Right? Or hii dunia kuna 9 billion people. All right. But since you've said you're not picky, I want to push the limits to your pickiness, right? Would you date a guy who's broke?
No.
No, he's a good personality.
Yeah, I would.
Right? Okay.
I have.
How broke? Like when unalipia vitu?
Yeah, mi I'm sort. Sometimes ka lunch naambia dish unaka uko njaa leo shika 600. Yeah, I'm nice like that.
You're
For
nice
7
like
months, it's not bad.
What?
Yeah, I even go out buy him and his boys drinks, you know.
You're killing me.
Because he was really nice.
You're buying him and his drink and his boys drinks. That's
Because I'm like, your boy's buying drinks all the time. Let me come, you know, say biggest sana. This is on me.
Okay, unamficha. Wait. Okay.
But not like tiki city. Like I'm buying, I'm paying. It's me, but
good.
Yeah.
Good. Because I hate that shit at
No.
You're seeing
I don't do it at another table.
You're seeing your girl over there. She's counting chums, and then she's sending to the guy so that he pays.
No.
Because his ego is hard.
No, but it's because we used to work together, and then like the situation was hard for everyone. So I think guys understood. Yeah.
Yo, hey. Okay, would you date a guy who lives in his mom's house?
I have. Yeah.
How old was he?
34.
Guy.
With 2 kids.
In his mother's house?
And his wife.
What is going on?
But alisema walikuwa wameachana.
Ni nini inaendelea hapa? Wote wanaishi kwa nyumba ya mama yake?
Yeah.
Laura. Hata nakufa. What?
But I was young then. I was like 23, I think.
Start from the beginning.
Of how... Initially, he wasn't living there.
You know, I don't have energy.
Initially, it didn't start off with him living there, like permanently.
Okay.
He was living on his own. And then I don't know what happened. Some kind of just bad juju or something. So I met him and then the money disappeared. So he then ended up living with his sister. So now we used to hang out at his sister's place. And then I think the sister like just got sick and tired of him. Then he moved back into his parents' home. But his baby mama and the kids used to live in his mom's house.
I'm not laughing at you.
I'm laughing at me. So now he moved into that house, and then then we broke up like just a few like months later.
So many things. Do you think you're bad juju? Because you said I don't know. Money disappeared. I entered and then money disappeared.
No, it was him.
You were his bad luck. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe.
No, but like
It might be.
Umeenda kwa nyumba ya mama yake, ya auntie yake, ya sister yake.
Na nikapanda hadi gate tukifight.
What?
I was like, oh, well, let's gate. Amani pande. So like halfway through the gate, I'm shuka. Kufungua mlango hapa. But the mom wasn't home.
You know, me, for me, those questions that I just asked you, the answer is no.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Right? Mi siwezi enda kwa nyumba ya mzazi wa mtu, not because I'm proud.
Yeah.
But respect.
True.
I can't, I've been there once.
Oh, same. It was just a one time.
And no. No. It's a no for me, please.
You feel weird?
Absolutely.
But guys don't feel that much.
You know, the morning, you're just hearing the parents. Forget even the morning. Usiku. Because you know you're not there to visit. You're there to exchange notes.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So we're there exchanging notes, but my notes are so high. Mm-hmm. Right? So I'm...
Yeah.
Now, have you ever tried to hit notes in silence? Ushaimba now, bubu game.
You're humming,
my guy, right? And you know yourself, right?
Yeah.
And then the next morning is the worst. I know they call it walk of shame, but it's not you. You have to wait for the parents to go to work or to leave so that you can leave, right? And then what you didn't realize is the dad is on leave. So they are walking up and down. It's 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Now you're just saying, what
I mean, that happens, but like there's like a cap to it. Like after Campo, when people like move out from home, then you're not allowed to deal with that. But like when you're in your 18, 19, 20s, where else do you expect your boyfriend to live?
You're not supposed to be doing these things. But what's the age that you feel like at this age, absolutely, I'm not coming to your mom's house?
Mm-hmm. For me or for the guy?
The guy.
The guy's age?
Yeah.
First, I prefer my man without parents. Like, I just rather...
What is going on here?
Like, I just prefer,
you orphans.
I'd like that.
What?
That's my ideal,
like, your type is an orphan.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this show was going to go dark, but...
For me, that's my ideal. But, like, if you have to have parents, then, like, move out.
If you have to have parents...
Move out, like, maybe... 28?
30?
You okay?
30?
Yeah, you can see 30 hapo.
Kavati.
It's about time.
Kavati.
Yeah.
Me yangu ni 25.
25?
I have a rule. 25, especially if you want to experience manhood, it has to be outside.
That's true.
Right? Why? Because I feel like there's an age you become a danger to your parents. Right? How many times do you hear Ati breaking news, man has killed mother because of ugali, right? Mother because of money, CG for what? A man has beaten his mother, right? And before, you don't hear those kind of stories, right? So for babes, I think you can live in your parents' house eternally. True. Because I'm talking about the dynamics of society now. Now, the future could be different, right? But the dynamics that we have of society right now, honestly, your mental space is not supposed to be at your parents' home, right? Only if you can be able to completely follow the rules of your parents. But just know that dating is out of the question. End of dating. Yeah,
if you have to date, you have to move.
I'm staying here at there's a guy, he has a whole... Devu imefika paka kwa kitambi. Yeah. You know, I want you to go out there and succeed. Show me that my parenting skills worked. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, there's a 47-year-old guy.
47.
The 47-year-old guy who's living in his parents' house. And he's saying, heri kelele ya mzazi kuliko kelele ya bibi. 47-year-old digital creator known as Hoch Muhoro. Run the tape.
I want to know why are you staying with your parents? What is the situation? What is the story? Mbona bado uko home? Mama nataka uhame.
Heri kelele ya mzazi kuliko kelele ya bibi.
You gotta be kidding me.
But
Yes.
anyway,
Nasema bora kilelea mama.
afadhali hiyo ya kuosha vyombo hapo.
That bed is heavy.
You know what I'm saying? We just imagine that. Now how do you even tell him, Hochi nani amewacha towel hapa? Kwa nitakwambia mara ngapi wache kuacha towel hapa? Hii ni suruali ya nani na najua we. Can you imagine? And you're 47.
So heri kelele bibi ya mzazi kuliko ya bibi. Did he move out and then move back home, or he just never moved out?
I don't know, but like amesema, and you see a lot of the comments here are men who are also just agreeing and saying heri kuishi, you know, there's a guy here who's even saying kutoka home si achievement, by the way.
Okay.
You know, I think we have forgotten what society is all about and the roles that we play. Because let me tell you, I don't think there's a babe out there who's been raised for a guy who's living with his mom. Did your parent raise you to aspire to date a guy who lives with the mom?
Well,
How are those dynamics going to work?
Valid question, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's a totally, like, that's how we know that society is failing, right? Kama unapata chali mazee atoki home.
True.
As in, utajifendiaje? And I know somebody will say, okay, economy is tough, Kwambox, right? But, you know, like look at, say, for example, like Kisii, right? Do you know a Kisii man cannot enter his parents' bedroom? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or there's an age where you reach, you can't sleep in the parents' house.
Yeah.
But because of the society that we've created right now, there's no even traditions, right? Si tumekubali hakuna traditions.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to dating, all of a sudden, you know what? How come you're not a woman?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, how come you're not a man?
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? Ati ajani pikia kwa mama ya nyumba ya mamako.
I also think like when you start experiencing women as women, you look at your mother differently. I'm not saying that it's sad now you're picturing her naked or whatnot. And as our parents age, they become a bit more freer.
Oh my God.
You know, this is their household. They start forgetting that there's a grown man in this house.
Yeah.
So there's one boob hanging out of the leg.
Oh
so,
my
you know,
God.
so you're now exposed to very random things that just don't allow you as a person to
Utoki kwa yosi.
evolve, you know?
I don't know. But I also
subjecting your parents to just your presence there, like.
But I also think communities are different. Because I think the Kikuyu, the first boy, is the one who, when I think he's the husband of the home or something like that. So it makes sense for a Kikuyu man not to move out. And I'm guessing Muhoro is from that community. But I don't expect this from, like, my cousin is telling me, I'm like, nigga.
You'd be surprised. And a lot of moms are willing to tolerate that.
That's what I'm saying. So let's be real. And let's be very clear, right? If you are able to jump that step of tradition, right? Then by all means, you are not allowed to open your mouth and claim anything and say, Ati,
okay.
You get, like, now, because, and that's the craziest part. Men hold traditional standards for women,
true,
but do not hold traditional standards for themselves, right? Ako tu sawa, anaingia kwa nyumba ya mama yake, anakuinvite lunch, and you're just like, and then he's telling you, swingie kwa jikoni upike. I'm like, what you talking about, bro? None of this is traditional.
But Indians do it.
That's their tradition. That's their tradition. And
so if it works for them, I mean, maybe we could transition.
No. Everybody has their own traditions. You understand what I'm saying? But we are clearly evolving past tradition. And what I'm seeing is that, you know, if men right now are saying that there's no point of moving home because of finances, and a lot of young men are saying kutoka home say achievement, by the way, what I see is that a guy like this will raise his son telling him usiwai toka home. So the next generation, for sure, Gen Alpha, Gen whatever.
So there's no independence.
Exactly. And then we'll move back to those ones who'll be like, nah, me by the time I'm 17, because let me tell you, I moved out of home when I was 21. And nobody was pressuring me. No, not my mom, not my parent, not my dad. I was free to go out if I wanted to. Like, they were free parents, right? I was working, right? I got my first job. I think I was 21. I was working in a media house as well. So I was in uni. I decided, you know what? Now is a good time to move out. And when I moved out, independence started.
Yeah.
But have I always been out? No. I reached a place when I went to Big Brother. I came back, I didn't have a job. So I went back to find my grounding and then moved out again.
Me too.
But now imagine a person like me who's already started experiencing independence at 21. And how am I supposed to date a guy who is 47 saying, heri kelele ya bibi than kelele ya...
But you see, you're not the target market. You're a nyanye first. Me and you first out of the
He's
question.
47.
That doesn't matter.
I know, his type is 21,
Yeah,
probably.
so it's 21, so she probably still, umbilical cord is even yet to be cut. So that's the type. So they get along very well.
That is so well. But anyway, I just want to add that I read a stat somewhere where they said that men hit peak maturity at 50. Imagine. I know the article was written by a guy. So here we are, 47-year-old men. They're staying at home with their parents. Are we in earth or are we in hell?
Heaven for the dudes, I think. Like there's someone who's willing to take your shit every day.
Honestly. And did you notice this guy is 47? Did you see his skin?
We're in hell.
Did you see his skin?
He's glowing. Have you seen his bald head?
Have you seen his beard? Right? That guy is living
Moisture
good.
rest.
Do you know why this other guy is losing his hair to 25? Anakula emaciated. Hana nutrients. Nywele inatano anakula indomie maze. Na huyu anapikiwa nyoyo.
Irio na maziwa.
My guy.
Hey.
Dude, unasikia mtu anasema hata Yesu ako kwa nyumba ya baba yake.
Facts.
That's where we are. Do you live in an apartment?
I do.
And are they like new flashy apartments? Do you like this new Chinese style apartments ama unapenda za zile zenye zimewekwa na ule contractor mkikuyu amesema toa cement kidogo weka ama those Indian, you can tell there are different types of contractors.
There's different types of contractors. Mine, I wouldn't say too modern because it's a bit more family style, built for the family style. Yeah, so I'm okay with it.
Do you like open plan homes? Nataka jikoni kwe jikoni.
Please, no funge mlango. Kwa nini bedroom na bafu inanuka samaki?
Are you serious?
Ay.
Imagine I do like open plan.
Why?
Because I like to host. And my thing is, as food is communal. Yeah, so as the cooking is happening, we're having conversation. Like it's not.
Ideally homes were built with toilets outside.
It's not an African thing to shit inside the house.
That part.
In my shags, right? I was having a conversation with my mom the other day, and mama wa church, right? So my mom has moved to where my stepdad comes from, and that's in Kakamega. And so my mom and my dad are city kids, right? Like they were raised in Nairobi, and then they moved about 8 years ago to the village. That's a whole other podcast, right? So she's become like, of course you have to build community there. So mama wa church wamekuja kumtembelea, and they just randomly show up and they go praying door to door, right? To different houses. She goes like, she offered them the bathrooms.
Yeah.
And they all refused. They said, we go outside.
Yeah.
So we had to put a toilet outside. And so she was telling me, so I was like, why would they not want to use the toilet? The outside is a pit latrine. And they said, they don't know how to use... Who shits inside the house? That's the question.
Exactly.
Yani unakunia kwa nyumba yako.
You're cohabiting with your own shit.
Yani unaishi tu ati umeflash na imeenda wapi? Si bado yuko kwa nyumba. So, and just trying to remove this mindset is difficult. And you see, traditions, right? Because sisi hatufanyangi hizi mambo kwa nyumba, right? Ama hizi wa Chinese wametujengea ati choo iko next to the kitchen.
It's directly opposite to your
Can you
sink.
imagine?
Yeah,
Can
so
you imagine?
They don't even have the sink inside the bathroom anymore. You come and wash it in the kitchen.
Hi, in the kitchen. Unaosha your sheets in the kitchen. Hey, anyway. So, turns out that this is the Star newspaper ya leo, February 2nd. Nasema there's 85% of Nairobi houses are in danger of collapsing. 85.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And I'm sure these are the new ones, right? Because Nairobi
Do you
didn't
live
have
in a
that
new
many
one?
apartments.
Newish.
Fairly, yeah.
Si ndio hiyo tunaongea?
Yeah.
What they're talking about, if your apartment came before 1990,
That's me.
right? If it came before, let's say, okay, not 90, let's say 2000, right? If your apartment is 2000 kuendelea, from 2000 to 2025,
Yeah.
kwa na shida. Kizungu mkuri. Question marks. Mine is 1978. 1972.
Okay.
Opened by Mama Ngina Kenyara.
Ooh.
Right?
Mine, I think.
Every time I try to think about moving,
Yeah.
right? Even into my own, ati niseme niishi hapa.
Yeah.
No, because it's newish, right? That's my big fear. I fear contractors.
It's valid.
Yeah.
Because I think directly opposite my apartment, like from my balcony, I can see the new houses being developed. Oh, that house has gone up so fast.
Too fast.
It's like 8 floors in 3 months.
Eh.
Yeah, you know, like the way people get BBLs and Nambosi Kalie, like I don't think the foundation has even settled.
Yeah, and one of the major reasons of this is because, first, people are talking about Nairobi sits on some fault lines, right? And we don't have an earthquake sort of, we don't build buildings thinking about those things, right? So, ukiangalia apartment, maze, now, me, I've seen videos, like, forget even videos. I've visited people. And you're walking up and you're seeing, hey, there's a crack.
Yeah.
And then they even say, imagine I moved here, it was there. Sorry.
Ilikuwa imeanzia hapa.
Ulihama hapa sale uliona hii crack. Uliona hii crack sale. Crack is whack.
It's true.
Doesn't anybody know that? Crack is whack. When you see crack, you say, that's whack. It doesn't matter where you see that crack. If you're driving right now on the road and you see a crack, whether it's a human crack, whether it is crack, cocaine, or whether it is a crack on the road, like ni pothole, crack is whack.
It's true.
Name one time when crack is good. Exactly.
Yeah.
But people are living, mtu anakuambia tu gay, ati mpaka there's a person who I saw who painted a flower in the bedroom on the crack.
Modern living. Also, just to be honest, I'm not a big believer in even owning apartments, right? Because for me, it just doesn't make sense. How do you own space in the air? Like, what exactly do you own?
A space in the air.
Makes no sense. That's like 7 million for this 3-bedroom apartment. Where? In the sky?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
You believe in land.
I believe in land. I believe in somewhere where you can put your foot down and be like, here.
10 toes, bitch. 10 toes. I need No, I told Nyambuzi, if you watch the episode we did with Nyambuzi, this whole idea of land, right? Can I be honest with you?
Please do.
All right. I'm preaching today. 70% of Africa is going to be living in urban residential areas by 2050.
Really?
70% of Africa will be living in urban sprawl by 2050. I need you to. So that's going to be apartments. And that's why you're having your leaders right now talking to you about, we need to leave this as farmland and move into residentials, right? And think about it, even in the long term, a lot of people can't be able to, like today I was looking at land, like say Nairobi. Which place do you think has the most expensive land?
Karen?
No.
No?
An acre in Karen is about 78 million. So you can get 78.
Simba.
78. But it's not even close. It cannot touch the number one.
Where?
There's a piece of land that you can get for even 900 million.
Where?
900 million for an acre.
An acre? There's an acre available in Nairobi. Just an...
Upper Hill. Upper Hill is the most expensive land in Kenya. Right? So... and there's other places. Runda is even more expensive than Karen, but Karen is, right? So when you look at, like, most of us, okay, even if you get an acre, like, or your great-grandparents left land, unless they were rich, bitch, then, we're not talking about the 1%. And actually, guys, we said it's not 1%. We said it's 0.1. No, there are 100 people. It's not even 100. It's a handful of people who own what 46 million people own.
True.
Right? Those are real stats. 100 people own what 46 million people own in Kenya. 100 people. Right? So I'm talking about the 46 million of us, not the 100 people.
Yeah.
Most of us can't afford, like, even if your great-grandpa wachada shamba, right? Inheritance. Sai by the time wewe inafika mto wako ni 1 by 1 ni ya kuweka tu 10 toes zako hapo kusema niko na land. Place yani tu kusema connect na ancestors zako.
Yeah, so my mom tells me every time she has this plot of land she bought, like, hata mtu akikuja na mabati awekelea, relax, it's okay. I'm not involved in this.
You get so that thinking that you have of a hole in the sky is literally what most Africans are going to be experiencing.
God forbid.
Look at China. Ukiona cha mwenzako,
so
sasa nakuuliza tuko hell ama tuko heaven. Endelea tu. Just be thinking about it, right? Would you this is a question I asked guys, and I got a very interesting answer. And I told myself, I don't judge. Let's imagine you're sitting like this with your phone, and then you get an alert, ding, your account, 1 million Kenya shillings imeingia. Now unajua very well hukuna expect.
Yeah.
Unajua una beshte mwenye anakutumia 1 million. Hakuna job umefanya anakutumia 1 million. Unakuanga, lakini not this time. What you doing? Are you calling the bank?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
Immediately?
Yeah, I'm so scared of the law, by the way.
Kwani why?
Because I'm poor. You know how poor people have no rights? So I can't risk it. Like, I'd rather just get a pat on the back. Plus 1 million Kenya shillings. What can I do? Not much, can I?
You know what the gentleman here in the studio said? What did you say? You're taking the money, right? You're taking the money, right? Yeah, the guys are taking the money.
Guys have that thing with danger. I don't know.
It's not danger, it's poverty. Now, the question you need to ask yourself is, are you a Kenyan?
Barely.
I think your Congolese side is done that speaking.
I'm disappointing them too.
Honestly, no.
Their reputation.
It's Congo, yeah. Like, you guys are just rich. You just donate it to other people. Other people are rich on your behalf, right? Anywho, 1 million bob in my account. You don't to hear if I would do.
Oh, what would you do?
So it actually happened to me. I'm not going to say the actual amount. They're not shock guys here. But one day I was chilling and then I saw an alert on my phone. No, I saw an email from my bank. Actually, it didn't start with an email. It started with, I went to the bank to do a transaction and then realized that there is quite a hefty amount of money in that account, which I know shouldn't be there at that time. So I mentioned it. Actually, I forgot to mention it. I said I would do it. I forgot. And then 2 weeks later, talked to my banker and was like, oh shit, that account, I saw some cash. Could you kindly confirm where the cash came from? Because, maybe I have a client who maybe there's a transaction I'd forgotten about. You know what I'm saying? Right? Just confirm where it came from. All right. She forgot to do it. So this is a month and a half imepita.
Okay. That's a lot.
I know. Then I got a call from the bank and I didn't pick the call. And then I got an email and they were basically a very rude email of the cash, as if I'm the one who has sent it. So the person who had sent the cash had sent it to the wrong account. And it was a lot of money.
And he didn't notice, like, how much?
2 months.
Give us a range. Is it in the million?
14 million.
You just sent 14 million and you're chilling for a month and a half.
I know.
You're living nice.
Yeah. No, but it was a transaction from outside of the country. Right? So that landed into my account. Anywho, so after that incident, I was like, yo, actually.
Wait, you didn't think it was one of those phishing emails like, I'm a Nigerian prince?
No, I know those emails. Like me, I'm a tech savvy. Like me, I'm the one who's even here. I'm telling AI what I do umbwakni, right? So, and those Nigerian guys are still winning. You know that email thing is still.
It still works.
It still works. It's so wild to me. Anyway, so after that incident, I started thinking, because after that I went through a dry spell of brokenness. And I really hated myself for not spending that cash, right? I'm joking. But then I saw this story from Nigeria. And this one has made me think differently.
Okay.
There's a guy in Nigeria who is currently serving a year sentence. He started last week. Why? A huge mistake like that one. Now, his was not 14 million. His was 127 million. Entered his account randomly. And it, of course, it was the person had sent them to the wrong nini. And what did he do? He kept the money. So me who sent the money to you now, there's nothing the bank can do.
Really?
Yes. Now, this is the part you need to note.
Okay.
The bank cannot remove that cash from my account. I'm the one who has to. They have to notify me and I have to give them permission to do it. You get what I'm saying? You get it?
Yeah.
The bank cannot force you to return the money. It's the same way Safaricom, when you sent money to the wrong person,
reversal.
the most they can do is like, wait, sirudisha hizo do. Mbona harudishi hizo do we? Takushtaki. But they can't when money comes, they deduct.
Yeah.
So you have to go to the police and then come fetch the cash. So this guy decided to keep the cash. And he's been jailed for a 1-year sentence.
For 127 billion, I'd do it.
Really?
I would.
But you're afraid of the law. That's your
I've
problem.
changed my mind. For 127 million,
You need
for
to-
1 million Kenya shillings, like surely this is too much. But 127 million, I'd do it in a heartbeat. And even spread in my accounts, different accounts, just to diversify my portfolio. That's what rich people say. That's what I'd do.
And the smart thing here is don't do crime when you don't have the money to defend yourself.
So now he has it.
You get a good lawyer. With the 127 million, unakanja a lawyer 50 million. You understand? Because you best believe the lawyer will kula 50 million.
True.
And then he'll go there and defend you. Because there's a question people were asking. There's a video I saw. Someone had done something bad. And they were asking, how is this person still being taken to prison? And I said, clearly you don't understand how the law works. You're innocent until proven guilty. So even with this guy, who the chums is in his account, they even see. And it was 1.1 million. $1.1 million. You just imagine you've been praying to God. Aki God niko na madeni. Aki
Breakthrough.
And then umefungua macho hivi na pastor sema tomorrow. Na unajua ni Nigerian churches. Receive, open. Na unajua ni zile church pako unaambiwa ati utoe simu, open account yako. Alafu unaipoint hivi. Umefanya hiyo yote and then uamke. Ping. Huyo si God ameongea?
It's God.
That's
The
God
pastor is
right
having
there.
a field day.
So that's what the guy did.
I
Now,
was praying to that AI church, Church of Moles.
they probably sent him these chums. So the guy is happy in prison. He looks very happy. This is in Nigerian currency, it's 1.5 billion.
Yikes.
In Ugandan currency, it's trillions. Elon Musk level. It's the American economy. Right? Shout out to my Ugandans. Anyway, I looked at this story. I was just like, and the guy is called Ego. There's some names you're given.
You're destined for greatness.
Destined for greatness. This guy is called Ojo Egosa Kingsley. After he finishes the year in prison, you just imagine Kingsley out here. Now, meet this the question. Let's flip it. Okay. You're the one who sent the cash.
Where?
Kingsley amekatalia mpaka ameingia prison.
I'd be that Nigerian prince in your DM. Please, if we agree, I will send you something.
No, think
I
about
would beg.
I'm the one who sent you the cash and you kataliad.
Hey.
And then you're in prison. Ati wamekupatia 1 year prison. Ukitoka by then nakumaliza.
So nirudi ndani?
Nakumaliza.
Hapana.
You took because the person who's this money was sent into your account accidentally. Ni pesa zangu. Sawa. Zimeingia kwa account yako, umezikatalia. Nimekupeleka kotini, wamekupatia 1 year.
So when you serve the sentence, then it's a clean slate. Like
it's your money. He's kept the money. That's why he's in prison. Kingsley alichukua hii do akaificha. You understand? It's not that it's seated in that account at bank. There's nothing we can do about it. Kingsley took the cash.
Yeah, I think this is how your DM progresses into a physical, meetup. Exactly like this.
This is crazy. Me, honestly, I'm telling you, you refuse with my bank and with my cash, and then the court gives you 1 year. Hapo ndani. Natuma nanikenuvia. Pitia Kingsley kwa bedroom yake. Najua kuna bedroom nalala pamoja in one floor. That's crazy. But anyway, amejijengea, and it was wild to see that all over the world, people said they would not return the money. They're proud of Kingsley.
I mean, if that's the worst that could happen, a year sentence.
I don't know about. What was she on a prison? Lakini unaweza kuwa Miss Langata.
Right? No.
Uko na height.
Kidogo every year wanatembelea. I wouldn't mind.
Unaweza kuwa Miss Langata. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I've really had a blast. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me today. And I hope you enjoy your show.
I did. I will.
And do you enjoy doing TV?
I do.
Right? With Natalie?
So much.
Yeah?
Especially now with Natalie. Before
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it so much because I'm not big. I don't like attention. I was just looking for a job. But I enjoy it a lot now.
Well,
yeah.
You don't like attention.
I don't.
But then you chose job on TV.
I didn't choose it. like I'm like
I didn't choose it. It chose
I'm like
me.
6 feet tall. It's hard to miss me. So constantly, someone will always spot you. Like, oh no, le. I was like, yeah, it's like, I'm very visible, right? So I never really liked attention. But so when I was looking for a job, it was the only thing that was available, right? And I think they were desperate because they chose me, right?
Not because you're good.
At the time, not really.
Because I think TV, it's not about so skill. When I've done auditions, right? Auditioning people.
Yeah.
What we're looking for is not that you know everything. We're looking for somebody who has
I'm
got
very
the natural
charismatic,
spark.
yeah. So I'm very charismatic, so that helped. And I was really desperate at the time. So I was like, it's this or nothing. Because it also like took them 2 months before they got back to me. But I've learned to appreciate it. When something provides for you, you give it the respect it deserves, and then you find a passion for it. So I've grown into loving it.
I love that.
Yeah.
You've never had a moment with a co-host where you're just like, because if you do tell us.
Yeah.
If you do have most people don't know that behind the scenes, when you're in a partnership with someone, it's like a marriage, and it's not a marriage that you chose.
Yeah.
It's a arranged marriage.
That thing. So in her defense, I'd say that, the company was really pushing for us to be pitted against each other.
What?
Because, like when you're on air, it's like two babes and you're on the same thing. Everyone is always trying to outshine the other. I don't care. I just like a paycheck.
Yeah.
I like being able to live and survive in Nairobi. So the less work I do, I'm appreciative. And then when I start seeing like they're probably noticing I'm not doing too much, then I'll pop up and be useful. But back then it was like me and this babe, and every day was an issue. It's like, because she had issues with everyone else. I don't care. I don't invest in work relationships like that. So it started being like, this videographer was like, okay, Laura, because you're light skin, I need you on this dark background. And then you maybe stand on this light background. She's like, you shouldn't do that. It's colorism. And I was just like, this had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Few months later, I'm hanging out with the makeup artist. I'm at home. It's my off day. Our boss is like, can you come into the office? I'm like, cool. What's going on? I haven't brushed my teeth because it's like, come now. I was like, you're
brush your
bullying. I should have,
You should.
but not for this. Because I thought I was getting fired that day. Because why are you calling me on my off day at 8 and like, I need you here in 30 minutes? So I'm like, it's over. The jig is up. They found the imposter. So I'm coming in and she's like, oh my God, you're bullying me. You and the makeup artist. You used to work at Vibe. So like the glass window. So I was passing them and the makeup artist because we used to shoot there sometimes before Spies came up and whatnot. So she saw us and then we were laughing because conversations could be fun.
Yeah.
Like God forbid people enjoy each other's company. It's like the two of you are laughing at me. I was just done. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But the idea was I was supposed to do her show for like 2 weeks. It ended up being 3 months. So I know she felt threatened, and I forgive her for that. She didn't forgive me so much, but I don't care.
I like those are the dynamics that people don't know about behind the scenes. I've spoken openly about some of my co-host experiences. I've been grateful and I've been lucky to work with some amazing people.
Me too.
But then I've also had the privilege of working with people who we just didn't get, like oil and water. Yeah. And imagine you have to do a radio show.
I did.
You're waking up in the morning na hamuelewani.
Amuelewani. Yeah.
Show inaendaje. Unaona kasa tumeka hivi tu tumebans.
Yeah.
And it's not like we,
True.
but you have, and I wonder how married people do
that's
it.
like just, even for me, it wasn't even an issue because I understand, like with TV, there's this ego thing that constantly comes with it where everyone is judging you. So you have this, I'll call it low self-esteem or you kind of question your own self-worth.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it. But because I never wanted to be in that position, I'm a bit more empathetic. So I get it and I'm able to
That's
tolerate
big
it a
of you.
bit
Where do
more.
you get that?
Me? Because I'm very shy. And my parents are much older. So I've really learned to see people. It sounds bad. My mom's 71, but like people at the end of their lives. And then you actually see.
What is the end of your life?
Do you know when you get to a certain age, you're like, okay, there's not really much.
My parents are, my mom is 67 and she speaks like that.
Yeah. My mom the same way. So she's doomsday prophet every day. So she
Yeah.
put me like in the middle of a boda. She's like, Chanka huku nyuma juu mi nikikufa hakuna shida. So she talks like that. I know she doesn't mean it's very casual, but you see people actually grapple with what's more important in life. Because like when my mom had me when she was 42, I just think she was the most beautiful woman in the planet, and then you start aging and you see how people talk about women. But I look at my mom at 71 and I'm like, wow, this is the most beautiful woman I've seen in my life. So you start to pick up things that more important in life than what the world seems to be focused on.
Yeah.
And that sort of grounded me a lot.
I love that. And you and your mom are close.
No.
Ah.
If I talk to my mom on a call for more than 1 minute, she'll be like, sasa, wacha niangalie blanketi kikauka. You know, she'll hang up.
You know what it is? I discovered, because I used to think that I'm not close to my mom. I think even that question, are you close to your mom? It's nuanced.
Yeah.
Why? Because this older generation, that age, they don't know how to bounce with us, right? So you have to initiate
Oh, yeah.
the storos,
Constantly.
right? You initiate, and the more you do it, the longer they start to lean, right? You have to be in that space.
Yeah.
But if you think that it's like your boys at
No.
tell
then
me
we are
everything.
Close. They were very close.
Then that's it.
They were very close. My mom, like I was telling someone, like if cops arrested me today at my big age, I'd still call my mom. And it was the same like when I turned 18, because I was the same way. I had freedom to go out, do what I want, stay out as late as I wanted to. But I always knew if anything went wrong, the first person I'd call is my mom.
I love that. And I saw you guys do a sit down together.
We did.
How was that?
It was
For both of you?
at the time. It was a great concept. I'd like to do it again because now I'm a bit more open and I earn better, so I'm useful. Then you're asking questions like, "No, Lisa, nani, come on, nani." But it was nice. There's things that parents don't open up about that unless you ask, they'll never tell you because imesha Peter.
Yeah.
But I think everyone should have a sit down with their mom. You don't have to record it, but it's nice to sort of just have a one-on-one and sort of she's just a girl, Then you get to see her and be like, yeah, you're fucked up just like me.
Everybody, listen. When I feel bad, I could just go like, anyway, I'm a product of you.
True.
Ati hii kichwa yako ulitoa wapi? You.
That's the one.
Dun, dun, Soldier boy. We've spoken about your mom a lot. What about your siblings? Do you have siblings?
I do. Tons.
What do you mean tons?
So I break it down like from my mom and then from my dad and then there's just my mom and my dad and then my mom and their dad.
Oh, you come from a blended family.
Yeah, and then their dad and their mom. So there's but in the ones I've lived with, there's 5 of us.
What?
Yeah.
That's a big family.
It is.
Okay, as we're 4.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4.
5 of us, but then I'm the youngest, so there's an age gap of 18, 17, 15. So by the time I was moving when I was moving into the house, my sister got married 7 years later.
When you were moving into a house, when you showed up?
Yeah.
When you entered up?
Yeah, when I came into
Why did you mention it when I moved into her?
Because, everyone's moving out of this house and then there's this new tenant. First, but I was 42, uni nani sasa. So I like to joke my mom raised me as if she was my grandparent. It's you should know how things operate in this house.
Yeah.
There's no instructions. It's just
Wait, you have an age gap of 18 with your first sibling?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that was my closest sibling.
Because they raised you?
Yeah. And then I introduced him to his second baby mama, right?
Aww.
So his daughter is called Mbatha, like me.
Oh,
Imagine.
that's so sweet.
It is.
Do you have sisters?
I do.
Are you close to your sisters?
Some of them.
Sister relationships are weird.
Also, like I said, one of them got married when I was 7, which is when you start being very aware of your presence on earth.
Yeah.
So, and then it's she got married outside the country, so she lived there for years. So we'd talk on calls. So you create a whole personality around the people you know. Then she has this feeling of what home should be like. So she keeps enforcing that, and it's these 2 identities are clashing.
Yeah.
But
are you my sister or are you my mom?
My parents, yeah. But she's good.
Big gaps like that. My younger sister, we have a huge gap of 11 between me and her. And so to some degree, at some point, now is when we're evolving to be sisters. But before, I think the past maybe 10 years, for me, she's been like a daughter.
Yeah.
You get? So it makes our relationship very hectic.
Yeah.
Very
hectic. All the time, even when you want to open, I was like, Sasa on her mom. She looks like her. She sounds like her. She's just, she comes up with all these kinds of advice. So this is what I was going for. I was just yes, queen.
Wait. So help me. So how should I be approaching this? Because there's nothing to do. This is just the relationship we have.
It's also, by nature who you are, who you've evolved to be.
Yeah.
I think you just find a balance. Also, it needs space, right? Because I require a lot of space. So that's what I expect, because I'm not very, at home, I don't chat that much. So I just tell them, like, just respect my space. Don't come up with unsolicited advice. If I come up to you with something, I'm not always looking for a solution. I'm also just looking for someone to just banter with, because we share an identity.
Bitch,
You'd understand
it's
me.
tiring to just hear you and your fucking
Just
problems
listen.
because I have the solutions.
No,
But you want me to just listen
you don't know.
to your nonsense.
You've been married for 20 years. What taste is
But
to
I've
it?
been there.
What taste you, Queen?
Oh my God. I get it. And you know, let me tell you.
Yeah.
You're probably closer to your sister in your 40s.
100%.
You know why? Because in your 30s you're looking for, or in your 20s you're looking for independence. I know. Let me figure it out. Let me go experience it. And then you hit your 40s and all you want is like your women. You want 100%. Your women closer.
100%. Because I admire my sister so much. She's been married for 24 years. At home, first, like, for context, because my mom is a single mom. When I started going out, I used to think everyone who was outside was single. Because when my mom used to go out, she was single. So when guys used to hit on me and then I found out they were married, I was like, this is crazy, right? Because everyone else is single. You know, and
oh my God.
naivete! Because that's how I was, you know, like at home, nobody's explaining anything to you. It's like, if girl, you're single and then nobody's married at home. The only married couple I know is my cousin, and they don't go out, like they're church bound. So I used to think like married couples go to church, single people go to the club.
Yeah.
So that's how I used to engage with people. So when guys were like, but you know I'm married, I'm like, no, you're not, but you're out. And you're talking to me. I thought you were single. They're like, no. That's why I have a ring on my finger. I'm like, this is not swag. Like, I thought you were just swagged out. Yeah. So it was crazy for me. But she's been married for 24 years. So I admire the life she's built for herself. She has 2 sons. The first one just joined university. She has a very close relationship with her sons. Not 47 type close, but like they're very close, you know. Like she'd go hang out in their beds. I remember like when my mom used to show up in the house, I'd lock myself in the closet. I'd be like, silence. I don't want to hear anything. Yeah. So I admire her a lot. I just need her to tone it down and just like...
She can't.
She needs to.
You will. Let me tell you, like, it's just, imagine, ni kama unaniambia, ati, I have eyes, so I can see.
Yeah.
And then you're telling me you're seeing too much. So you want me to do this. There's nothing I can do. I can see, nisiangalia.
First, and this is the thing I'm telling you, like seeing people at the end of their lives, because my mom goes to a lot more funerals and weddings now. So you sort of prepare for the inevitable, right? And
your mom is going to live to 120.
I know, and I don't like that part because I will be living alongside her. But I'm grateful that she'll live that long. But you see this because of the distance also with her. She sees this doom and gloom thing with our mom. So we're always fighting about our mom, and I'm like, she's my mom too, right? And the woman who raised you isn't the woman who raised me. So there's a way I deal with her that you deal with her that's not for me. It's like she always wants this close bond as a family. I'm like, I'm cheesy too. You can't fix everybody.
Yeah.
Like especially as the first daughter, you always feel like this responsibility.
Oh, tell me more.
And it's like free yourself from that because they don't care, and neither should you. You have a family of your own. Just take people as they are. I know you miss them sometimes. You miss that connection. But life happens, people change, and you just adapt.
Life and family. Family is so interesting. Let me ask you, do you have friends who are as close as family? Like you consider them family?
Yes.
Like these are friends who you can be able to holler and say and tell them anything.
Yeah, if I lost my job today, I had to move out. I know the one friend I'd go to, her name is Tabitha. She's been with me, I think, and I've been with her through the same, through a lot together. And like you said, I've also been trying to build a very, purposeful community. So I think like maybe 4 years back, I was like, I'm done with these drinking friends where it's just, chali yangu alikuangalia, this one did this. I was like, I'm done with that. Let's talk about other things. So like one of my friends is like 60. She's very nice. She's been single her whole life. Not her whole life. Like she's ended up single. She turned 62 just the other day. She invited me for lunch, but I was in the mood. So we just sit and have these like conversations about life because, like I said, coming from an old household, I'm drawn to older people because that's why you see people actually start coming to the realization of what's important in life. You don't have too much time. So what are you going to put your mind and focus on to?
I love that. So, we're going into Valentine's. And since you're single, how does this month hurt?
I don't care.
Just checking.
I don't care.
But there's usually a pressure.
No.
There's no.
I don't want to celebrate my birthday. I'm begging
What
my
Illuminati vibes are you
I'm
in?
begging
babes?
Natalie, don't do this birthday shit on me. You're going to piss me off. She's like, no. I was telling my co-host, like, Christmas, I didn't go home. I haven't gone home for the past 3 Christmases. And this Christmas in particular, I was home for 8 days. I didn't even open the door. I was in the house for 8 days. I didn't go to the balcony. I was in bed. I was for 8 days.
Yeah.
I'm very antisocial.
Is that normal?
I don't think so,
It's
but
not.
it's...
I'm against complete isolation,
Me
guys.
too.
And I said this
Me
year
too.
I have to make sure I speak it out loud that you have to stop that.
Me too, but you see, it's a coping mechanism, especially like during the holidays. Things get a bit heavy, right? And I can't. I'm those people. We have to address everything. Mtu alibambuzia mtu. Okay, what happened to the goat? This is what we are eating today. I have that kind of habit that people don't like to keep around, and I'm not going to
Diminish
suppress myself,
yourself,
to fit into spaces. So I end up spending a lot of my time on my own. It's not intentional. I'd like to be out there like that, but I don't have in-betweens.
Yeah.
I like to call out things, and people don't like to. Families, they like to mask and hide certain things.
I get what you're saying, and you're allowed to. I can't tell you. I can't tell you not
It's
to
not
do
helpful.
that. It's not.
It's not.
But I for isolation, Darren, I can tell you a lot of people. We spoke about it at the beginning, and it's becoming a bit of a problem.
It is.
And I'm glad you mentioned that it's a coping mechanism and that you're aware that it is, because if you do it for too long, it starts even to affect your own mental health. You know that, right? So like long spells of being by yourself, try and avoid them. I do them as well, but there's a year where last year I did a lot of that, and I could tell the difference when I isolate for long periods of time, and when I'd connect with people, the difference in me, and I could see that I thrive when I'm not in long moments of isolation.
Sure. But I also like to argue with the nature of our job, you give so much, right? And you're also talking to people who isolate, because by the time you're coming across a video of mine, because people like every time on my comments like Masaya kulala imefika, it's like 3 a.m. you've been doom scrolling the whole night, so you have this sort of idea of who I am.
Do you have insomnia?
Me? No, I post my videos at 11. It's them who find them at 3 a.m.
Oh, just checking.
It's not me. But so you meet all these people who need something from you constantly.
Yeah.
And I need that time to reset. Granted, I've been doing it for a very long time, so I go back to my default. So I it's needed for me. And even when you try and socialize, you meet all these other people who are seeing you for the first time. So then it's not organic anymore, because then you're still performing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh yeah, thank you. And that's the time nimona chaleona demeke wa mto. You know, and I'm like, no, this leech I found in my shirt. I'm bothered.
not worth
It's like,
it.
this leech I found on my shirt isn't from me. It's from this, But
so wild. Alikuwa navuka mto.
Ndo alikuwa na swim.
Ndani
Alikuwa
ya
na
mto?
full si mto inaitwa Kisima Pond.
Damn.
I think ni kimtaro tu ilikuwa imejaa maji, so
So
akaingia.
ulikuwa tu kienyeji.
Yeah.
But unajua pia anaweza kwa mzungu. Ilikuwa mzungu?
No.
Kwa sababu wazungu wanapenda ponds.
No.
Na wewe unaweza, by the way unakaa nini? Unaweza kwa type yako ni...
Wazungu, I've tried. Yeah. The jokes don't land the same,
Oh, unataka kuambia ati cheki nini?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you,
Utafanya,
sis?
hey. What, darling? It's like, no. That's not what I meant.
I absolutely enjoyed having a chat with you. I'm going to let you go to Jobo, and I'd love for you to come back and have
Thank
that
you.
conversation. But for now, we end to job.
Yeah.
Because sababu najua venye
Don't get paid.
mdosi kwanza kishasikia story ushachapa party. I just do it. If you call me,
But
I'm just there for them shande.
I'm honest about that. I'll do a good job, but at the end of the day, we're all trying to survive.
What do you want to do? Like, what would be a big thing, a win for you this year?
A win for me?
This year?
I'd like to speak to more women. I'd like to teach more women to embrace themselves and see value in themselves, because it saves you from a lot of nonsense.
True.
A lot of nonsense.
You're perfect for that.
Yeah, I'd love to do that on a very large scale.
Make it happen.
I want to.
We're here. The women are here. They're waiting. We're here. We're ready for you to speak to us.
Bone Street.
Enda job.